yeah, sure. It's an adorable monkey. Yeah, for sure. You wanna click on that start stream button and look at the cute little chimpanzee.
I have something to say about it, but I'll wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait, I
I'll
want to
wait.
look at it. I
Just
want to
take a
look
look at
at
this
it.
beautiful monkey.
Oh my God. That's a backpack?
Is it?
What is it?
I don't know. It's just
Oh,
I
I
saw
love
it.
it.
I saw it in a related tab to what my topic is, and I just decided that's what I was gonna sit on for the start of this.
Nice.
Nice indeed. You know what's also nice? Hi.
Uh-huh.
Hello, guest.
Hi.
Hi, it's our podcast. It's show.
Hey,
We're on show now, guys. I
love that.
am the king of creepy backpacks, Mason.
And I am the queen of long Furbies, Aubrey.
How dare you? How dare you pull Beatrice into this?
Oh, I love her. She's so soft. And
Uh,
we have a guest.
yeah, we have a guest too, and it's not just Beatrice this time. Hey guys, welcome to the show, Marky
Yes.
Mark, and his funky
Yes.
bunch. No
I
one's ever
brought my
said that
funky
right.
bunch. I am the king of the funky bunch. How about that?
Yeah.
I was like panicking and looking around my room to see like, what can I be the king of? Oh no.
No, it's okay. We're usually pretty short for content on our intros too. Hi, welcome. This is our second fresh guest. Last episode we had our friend Thomas on, but this time we've brought ourselves another podcaster.
Party.
Yeah, right.
We're socializing. We're getting out there,
We're
friends.
doing
Folks.
Hell
it,
yeah.
guys. So, in this corner over here, Mark, he owns his own show called Now Try This Podcast. We'll get more into it, I'm sure, as we go, but it's got a pretty similar vibe to what we do. It's more focused on like shows and like TV and like media, like movies and TV and shit like that. But
Yep.
I highly recommend checking it out. But before you do that, how about we do a show?
Nice. I'm
Well, I
excited
gotcha.
to get started.
Yes.
So yes. So I'm curious because you're one of the people I actually just got to email instead of trying to go through this whole rigmarole of like DMing you on Reddit or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
sadly, the one Reddit account that I have, that I actually browse that like guest exchange site and like all that other stuff
Mhm.
on, I've had it for like 8 years, but I do not post. I am 100% a lurker, so
Got it.
it would not let
Same.
me. I was so happy that you had an email attached. So, anyway, I'm curious. In that post, you were saying that like you guys were trying to like branch out and try new things and like reach
Mhm.
out to be guests. Was that like a modus operandi? Was that like part of your show to do that as like the now try this sort of thing, or were you guys just looking to like expand? I guess.
It fits very well with our show and the premise of it, but we were just trying to expand. I feel like right now we're doing pretty well, but we want to grow. We've like branched out. We live stream on Twitch every Thursday. As I mentioned before, we started recording, and it's just like I don't know. We came back after a hiatus, and we want to make sure that like people know that we're back, and we want to get new audience members. We want to get new listeners. So we figured
Okay.
we go out there, and in the same sort of like energy that we bring to our show, we try to guest on other people's podcasts and see what that's like.
Okay. Cool. I mean, like
Like that.
you guys like really put a lot of effort into like your your posting, like marketing and like your trailers and like you had like a whole little like skit recorded for your Saw episode you guys did, right? I think I saw
Yes.
that.
So it's funny because we took a break for a long time, like I said before, and now that we're back, we're like, okay, we want to go hard. We want to just put in as much effort as we can, without killing ourselves and without like becoming, it taking over our lives.
I feel that.
Um, but we were like, okay, we're gonna try to change things a little bit during our live streams. Every podcast episode, we play a game, and Nick uh, is a theater person. I am also a theater person, but he is an actor, and so I feel like his natural theatrical personality lends itself to the podcast, and we end up doing some pretty crazy games. Like you mentioned, the Saw episode, he dressed up as Jigsaw and gave me several challenges to do for the episode.
wow, you guys like actually have things planned like on a piece of paper that you write down before you record. That's why are you hanging out with us? You
Because
know.
you know what? You guys responded and you emailed me and you have such a good vibe about you, man. I like it. And I checked out your podcast. I liked it. I like the relationship that you guys have. And I was like, you know what? This is a good one. This is a good one. They seem friendly enough. They're not gonna make me feel like a piece of shit when we're done with it.
You know what?
So
Hell
Let's
yeah,
see about
man.
that.
My vibe and my connection to Aubrey are about two of the only things I've got going. What's up?
oh, I'm
Hell
sorry. Well,
yeah.
you have cool painted nails. I like those.
Hey, you're right. I did spend money on those though. I did not spend money on the
Uh,
vibe. Well, hey, I really appreciate that. I mean, I myself, we're still like brand. Well, I say brand new. We've been doing it for a bit over a year now.
Mhm.
Consistent. Well, mostly consistently. We moved to bi-weekly whenever things got tough around Christmas, but we're still trucking. We're still putting shit out. At least like 2-3 posts every month. Like we give it our all. Um, but yeah, I mean, I just really like part of our show is that we want to hear from people too, and not just our friends, which has been the most of like our guest situation beforehand. We wanted to
Mhm.
hear from like people around the world, like
Yeah.
people we haven't heard from, the stories, like kinds of people. Like this is like not only a show for us to talk about like the stuff we're obsessed about, the things that really like make us passionate. Like it's for other people too. Like who wants to listen to us yammer on about nostalgia like
Your
for
fans
50
do. That's who
minutes?
wants to listen. I want to listen. I like
Okay,
it.
okay, all
Don't
right.
don't be
Well,
so hard on yourself. I feel like I'm Mr. Positive. Anytime someone's down on themselves, I'm like, "Fuck you. You're a good person."
well, hell yeah.
Stop it.
I'm glad we had you on then because
Good, good,
we could
good.
all use a little bit more of that.
Okay,
Um,
good.
but yeah, I mean, of all like the that list I went down of all the people to check out, I mean, like there are a
Mm.
lot of people on there, but I mean, you guys seem worth like actually hitting up. Like, and I mean, like I was able to like go and look at like listen to some of your show too. But I tried out the Moulin Rouge. That was my
Oh.
first episode. Yeah,
What'd you
I
think of that one?
it was wonderful. I loved the outfit too. Absolutely
Okay.
loved the outfit. Uh,
I was high when I watched Moulin Rouge, and I don't think I mentioned that on the podcast because I don't think my co-host would have appreciated that.
you know,
But it was a good time. It's a good
I
movie to
think
get
it's
high to.
yeah, I was like, I think that movie's better when
Yeah.
you're high. I mean, no hate to Moulin Rouge. It's a great movie. But the first time I saw it, I was kind of like, that was a lot. It's
It
a lot
was
to
a
take in.
lot to take in. It's perfect for like people who are like theater kids and stuff like that. Like
Oh yeah.
it's a good time. But I can't imagine. I don't know how so many regular non-theater people love that movie.
Because they
it's
put like big name stars in that. Like they didn't put like singer
Ewan
type people.
McGregor,
They were
man.
like, you know what? Ewan McGregor.
Yeah,
That's who we want.
love
That's
that
our
guy.
I
leading
love
man.
every
And
moment
like
of
I
it.
love him too, but also
Mhm.
like
I know.
that and him playing Lumiere have been some interesting choices in his
I have
career.
I
not
know it.
seen live action Beauty and the Beast, and I feel like I need to.
It's
I saw it in theaters because like I had a friend that really wanted to go see it, and I
Uh-huh.
was like, oh well, I like Josh Gad because like Book of Mormon and all that stuff, and like he deserves to like do stuff in person and not just be an animated snowman.
yeah,
Fair
sure.
enough.
But the live action Beauty and the Beast for me, I also really like the guy that played the Beast, but they like lowered his voice in a weird way that made it sound really auto-tuned. Like you could tell they like did it and it was unnecessary because he sings beautifully. They just wanted
Hmm.
it to be like lower because he's the Beast. And I'm like, but like the Beast is still a man inside.
Yeah,
It
Isn't
still
it?
would have played. It just
Yeah.
that like I couldn't take his songs seriously because I was
it's
like,
so weird.
he sounds so bad
That is
though.
such a strange phenomena, though. Like someone's voice being slightly off, I feel like is the easiest thing to like throw something off for people, like uncanniness wise. Like I don't know, like maybe it's because of the fact that a voice is like it is unrecreatable. Like that is a person. Like they are creating those words, but I don't know. Like we had that same problem, or at least I was having that same problem. Like we've been watching. So I don't know if you've seen Trailer Park Boys, but we finally watched through all of it somewhat recently. Oh my god. Oh my god. That I highly recommend if you like Sunny, if you like shows that are about like serialized characters that slowly fall into chaos over the course of the seasons of the show. Like it's straight up like some seasons some of the characters aren't in it as much because they are currently in jail for doing something really stupid.
Jesus.
Yeah, and almost every season ends with characters going to jail.
Yeah,
and it starts with them getting out of jail next season.
It's about
That's
like
pretty awesome.
a Canadian trailer park, like basically.
Okay.
It's like an office style, like the people are recording these people's lives, but it's much more like it's really the camera is just capturing these people just really make the worst decisions they possibly. It's like if every character was Cricket from It's Always Sunny. Yeah.
Oh, that's sounds scary. But I'm in for the ride.
I'm less willing to sell their body though.
But yeah,
in some cases.
Yeah. I'm not saying like exactly the morals of him, just more so how everybody sort of deteriorates over the course of the show. Like
and you're
things really do change. Like it's one of those few shows where it's like, you know, some comedy like episodic thing, you just pick it up, you laugh at an episode, like, you know, like High Definition Piss Jugs. Great episode from season 6. There is so much.
The episode title?
Yeah,
or is
yeah. They title their
it.
episodes the same way that I do actually, where they take the best line from that episode and make that the title of the episode.
That's pretty good. That's pretty smart.
I never explained that that's how we do it, but it's probably the reason that I'm not going to get any advertisers. They're looking
Honestly,
at you, 360 anal scope.
We've been doing the podcast for like, I mean, on and off for a while, but consistently now for a few months. But we've had one sponsor this whole time, and it was for headphones, and it was not worth it. We didn't get anything. We just got free headphones. It's like, I don't want these. They're dog shit headphones. I don't want them.
Damn, name not mentioned.
So you know what? It's not worth it.
I think I know what the brand was because I heard about that.
Damn it! I could do this thing, or like you could talk about it, and I could just cut it out. It'll redact it from the actual episode. But like I post the video part on YouTube, and I don't know how to edit it yet. So I guess we'll just have to leave it unnamed for now. That sucks.
Oh no, I don't give a shit. Look, I'm an open book, man. I feel like if you listen to our podcast, we get I'll just talk about the podcast real quick. But we go back and forth each week, and we give each other something new to try that we like, and the other person hasn't tried. And then the next week we flip it, and the other person has to try something. But because it's about things that we like specifically, and might not be about like whatever's hot and trending, it gets weirdly emotional all the time. Like, we've cried so many times on the podcast. Just because we're talking about things that are like important to us. It might have been something that like we did with our parents when we were younger, or something that like we shared with someone before they died, or whatever. Like, just like whatever is important to us, we give the other person to do and share with us and talk about it during the episode. So I am an open book. I'll talk about anything.
Damn, that's a great example to use. I aspire to that level of openness and passionate. I
gotta start pushing my co-host more.
Yeah, you do. Aubrey, it's not hard to make me cry. We're just slacking over here.
That's what it is. Yeah, you have to make him cry. That's like good content. You want that SEO.
Yes, exactly. We record it. We record the video too. I can't even cut it out, Aubrey. You got it. You got to take advantage of that.
There we go. Can we talk about this freaking backpack?
I mean, we can if you wanted to.
So the whole time on screen, there's been this gross backpack with its mouth just open a little bit to the point where I want to stick something inside the mouth, and I hope that's a function of the backpack.
It has these cheeks that are so big, it looks like somebody's grandma's pushing them together. But, like, there's no hands there.
Okay, we can talk about the Kubito Dukan Cute Peach Plush Backpack Shoulder Bag Soft Toy Doll Gift. 14 inches.
Is that all one word?
Yes. It's a
I'm just
very
saying, when it was
strange
my
item.
birthday, why did no one
Ooh.
see this and think, golly gee, there's a gift I could buy for Aubrey that
Aubrey,
she would actually probably like?
I got you your birthday gift and you
No,
liked
you
it
did
very
for sure. But
much.
everyone was like, I don't know what to get you. And I was like, I mean,
It should have been more
like to
Furbies.
this, it could have been anything.
Hmm.
I don't know. I paid good money for that 3 foot long Furby. I
Oh, it
don't know
was-
if everybody would want to
I
do
like to
that.
hold it like a baby.
I hate that.
Comforting.
That's
You
the
know
only way to hold.
the spirit inside is not a baby, right?
Yeah, it did come with a note that said that the spirit inside came free of charge.
Oh,
So.
do they pick which spirit goes inside the doll?
No,
I
I think this
said
one probably just seemed possessed.
no, no,
Okay.
no. Actually, in the quote that I had to give it when I put in the order, like it was eye color, beak color, base color, ghost genre.
That's
Ghost genre.
that's what I want.
I mean,
Because you don't want a lame, boring ghost, right?
No, you want a ghost that's gonna terrify the shit out of you. Why else would
Well,
you buy a
yeah.
3 foot long Furby other than to
Serial
walk into your
killers.
room?
Like, give me those good ghosts.
Yeah, well, hey, and there you go. If you manage to train the ghost too, then you have the best bodyguard, one that no one could see coming. Because dogs are
Fuck
great.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, dogs are great, but dogs are also very friendly nowadays. And
My
I
dog
mean,
couldn't hurt anything. He's tiny.
he'd bark,
Too
he'd wake you
friendly.
guys up, but then like the burglar slash murderer would also know that you're awake now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If the ghost is attacking, they got no fucking clue what's going on, dude.
Also, you could sleep through it. The dog is
Yeah.
gonna make a lot of noise barking at the person, but the ghost takes care of business. You wake up, there's just a dead body there.
Best, biggest,
But then you
new.
gotta take care of that. And that's like
Well,
way worse.
okay, hear me out. You get a second Furby with a janitor ghost. He takes care of the mess.
Oh, okay.
Big brain.
I like this.
Okay. Is
It's gonna
this
cost me extra, but I think that is the only way to viably solve the problem.
Good.
is this like the start of how all those eBay haunted doll people end up? Because like every single person that sells dolls, haunted dolls on eBay, I know I'm kind of I'm ripping from a bit from somewhere else. I'm sorry, but your haunted doll watch is inspirational. They
Everyone has haunted dolls. Everyone loves haunted dolls. It's not just a bam thing.
fair.
I will say I've seen some terrifying just ghost and paranormal type content on TikTok lately.
Weird.
And like specifically haunted doll content. Like this one girl had a bunch of videos because she like had one doll specifically that they found in their really, really old house, like underneath the floorboards. They also have a haunted painting.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Anyways, there's just a lot of stuff that I'm like, this is dramatically unsettling, and I know that there's a lot that I can't see because this is maximum 3 minutes of a video.
Is our generation slowly
But
turning
boy.
into the crazy old people that own weird random stuffed animals and shit and put them on their couches? Is that gonna be us
100%.
soon?
I think that this means that culturally we're gonna shift back to the paranormal activity era of horror
Oh,
movies,
fuck
and
yeah.
I'm not excited about it.
I
The
hate
only
all those
one-
movies so much.
The only
but
ones I liked like were the Conjuring, like main Conjuring movies. Those great. 10 out of 10.
I normally don't like ghost movies, but I do like that it brings people to talk more about ghosts in general, and then you hear people's weird ghost stories a lot more. That's
No,
one
fair,
better.
Yeah.
fair. People are not
Like
usually
that,
pretty open to sharing ghost stories, but everybody's got one. Everybody's got at least one ghost story.
I love a good ghost story, and I don't know, like I'm on the fence about it, but also I love some good paranormal content. Show me how your doll's haunted. Show me it move.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, like prove it to me. Show me. Like if you got it, flaunt it. Show me that
Dolls
ghost stick.
are terrifying. I feel like I'm not scared of much, but you put a creepy doll in the room, I'm gonna put it to face the wall at least. I won't take it out. I won't be rude to your things, but I'm gonna turn it around.
I've got that with like masks, usually like the rubbery horror masks that people like put on, and they wear to like scare people and shit. Straight up, those masks just like sitting on a table or on a floor or something, way like 300% creepier than when they're on a person's face.
Really?
I don't know why. It looks like a melted human face just sitting on a table. It's just very discomforting to me. Like, it's just even more uncanny than it being on a person. Because it's when on a person, I'm just like, that's a person wearing a fucking mask. They look stupid, dude. But whenever the
I get
mask is
that.
on the table, I'm like, are you some sort of ice cream murderer? Are you coming for me? Usually doesn't
Are
move,
you
though.
coming for me?
Ooh, that and spiders in video games. Not in real life, but just in video games.
So real life spiders, fine, a-okay. You walk down the street, you see a spider, you're like, hey, dude, have a nice day. Video game spider comes along,
Fuck.
you
It's
scream and run
over.
away.
It's over.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think I've discerned the exact reason, too. When you're walking around on your average day, you like step around, you notice a spider in your periphery, you look at him.
Huh.
You know what you're not doing with that spider? You're not hearing it. You're not hearing the spider. In a video
Got it.
game, there is
Got it.
foliage for every friggin' thing, and that includes the like it's the grossest, absolute, terrible antennae noises that I have. Like it's. I really do think it, like I mean all the legs coming at you. I mean in a video game, usually you're also like, you know, like it's something that's got a better lay of the land than you do. It's got like 8 legs and it's freaking coming at you fast. But yeah, I don't know. I really think it's just them pumping the foliage of fake antennae just directly into both of my ears that really just sets me off. Because
I don't
I
want
get
to
that way with
judge.
silverfish too.
Oh, interesting. I was gonna say I don't want to judge and come on your podcast and judge your sound effects, but that was a very wet spider that you
Oh,
were
They
mimicking.
always are so wet though. Like
Spiders are wet? Is that
no, but the sounds, like the insect
Oh,
sounds in
okay,
game
got
stuff,
it,
it's
got it.
always very wet, and that's what's unsettling for sure. But
Mm.
I will say, real life spiders, what makes them terrifying is they don't make noise. So you just see them, and you have to like freak out because you're like, oh my god, there's a spider in my lap in my blanket.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I fucked up. I forgot that Aubrey and I have the exact opposite fear in that she's actually way more afraid of real life spiders.
I hate them.
Oh.
I hate them so much. It's just like it's an unsettling thing. It's like they have so many legs. Like I don't mind a daddy long legs because they're
Mhm.
small, not that bad. But any other kind of spider, oh my fucking god, get away from
Yeah,
me.
and I actually only learned that the other day whenever there was a spider on the edge of Aubrey's car window and I slapped it into her car and she legit yelled at me like I
Great. Now I'm
betrayed
remembering
her.
that somewhere there's a spider in my car and it might lay an egg sack.
That's true. It's probably living there. It might drive your car away.
If it lays an egg,
I hope it
the
does. I hate
baby's
my
gonna be
car.
missing half their legs, alright?
Make an insurance claim on that. I'm not sure how
Spider
much
stole my
that
car.
one, but
Spider straight up cracked out a few babies and pushed on that gas
Mhm.
pedal. What was I to do? They got insurance for that, right? Okay,
played a
so
little too much GTA.
a little bit to the spiders,
I
yeah. Let the kids play it.
I need you to go back, man. I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
I'm
I don't mean to
sorry.
derail this, but you pulled up a review, and I gotta know what one review says.
Okay,
Give me a
alright.
juicy review
We'll
for this
pull-
gross backpack.
Here is one review for said strange baby peach backpack.
Which over 65 reviews has a glowing 5 stars. I mean,
Ooh,
it's
what?
Wish, so we can't trust it, but
For
like,
sure.
Yeah.
interesting.
Screw Wish, but you know what? Sage, what have you got to tell us? Love this little freak. He came in less than 2 weeks. Very nice quality. Super soft and generally exactly what I wanted. What like a-
Generally, exactly.
Sure.
Team Sage.
He even came in with a nice little handwritten note from the shop, which was a personal touch I was very surprised to see. Could not
Wow.
ask for more. I bet you the note was also about the baby ghost inside of this backpack. I should probably not talk about baby ghosts. That's not a good idea.
Baby ghost.
Do you have past trauma related to baby ghosts?
No, but our
It's
listeners
alarming.
might.
The picture of this bag in the cellophane is alarming. It looks like it's suffocating. Like
That's terrifying.
It is. It is inside.
It
the
looks so
bag.
scary. Also, the note looks like a ransom note.
It looks like it's holding the
someone
note.
mailed you a dead baby.
with regards,
With
your enemy.
regards, to whom it may concern, I cannot breathe. Let me out.
This is the perfect gift to send to people you hate.
Without
But like,
context.
who might be too PG? You know what I mean? And you're like, I hate
Yeah.
this person. Fuck you. Here's this gross baby thing.
Um,
Yes.
I love from Koo. I love this pink little freak so much. I have seen its face twice in my life, and I had to have it. Also, it freaks everyone out. It is great.
I agree with that. It freaks everyone out, making it great.
Ew.
I like that everyone is calling it a little freak too.
Yeah, everyone
They're
keeps
just
calling. Look at this-
shaming this bag,
Little
saying you
freak.
ugly little
Look
shit.
at this nasty little goblin I just got off of Epsi. Look at this thing. Look at this little turmoil. Ugh. All right. So anyway, thank you.
Oh my god, it has butt cheeks.
It does have
Butt
cheeks.
cheeks. It's got a little donk on it. That's
It's got donk on
I
great.
love
I like
it.
that. Well, Aubrey, looks like you know what you're getting for Christmas this year. Anyway, so what I was actually trying to talk about this week, I've just been really thinking about how much weird shit we have had bought for us, as being children of the late 90s, I guess. Yeah, whatever you want to call it, the cuspies. So 90s kids had some weird shit, but you
Yes.
know what they also had that I had? You ever heard of a water wiggler? A water snake?
oh
I
oh
didn't know
yeah.
that's what it was called.
Me
I
neither.
just call it the glittery hand job tube.
Okay, so that's another thing.
I remember these.
The only
Although I'm not gonna lie, I always wanted to stick my fingers in the holes.
I actually, that's the whole
Explains a
point.
lot.
I actually had some trouble researching this thing because the only thing that would come up on this, I could not find a wiki page. I don't know where the hell this is from, why they made it, who made it, when they made it, but it's here. All I could find was this article. But the thing that kept coming up for it was apparently it's got some like court case or something going on right now because some kids made a joke about it being a sex toy, and the teachers, I think, either suspended the kids or they actually thought it was one of those.
Oh my
And
god.
there's some weird BS going with it. I'd have to look to see where it was happening. Maybe, I don't know.
In these kids' defense, I will say this: of someone I knew in, I want to say middle school, would bring one or two of these like every single day, and we would joke that it was a sex toy also.
Absolutely, but you're telling me a panel of adults on a school board sat there, saw this water wiggly toy, and said, "That's a fleshlight.
Get them out of here.
We are grown adult men and women, and that is a fleshlight. Flashlight."
Wish I
You
could've
know,
been there for
honestly,
that.
doesn't seem like they know much, so maybe. But
I feel like when you get to, I mean, I grew up in New York City, but there's still conservative people around. I feel like when you reach ultra conservatives, they are the dirtiest people secretly because they think everything's a fuckable and a sex toy and everything. And you're like, no, this is just a children's toy. Stop trying to fuck my child's toy. Leave it alone.
That would be the
Exactly.
title if I could put fuck in the title. It's a shame.
quit trying to fuck my child's toy.
Yeah. So here's the thing about these. What's funny is at the top of this article from Miss Callie Allison. Thank you, Callie. The first sentence is, when I was a kid, I did not ask a lot of questions, especially when it came to toys. But like, this is the thing. There is this thing. It is a cylinder of wet whatever. It sloshes around in your hand. It does not stay in place. This is the actual first time I vividly remember, like, I like, one of my friends, the Scholastic book sale had come around, and one of my friends bought one of them and was playing around with it, and he handed it to me, and I was like, what's going on with this? Like, what does it do? Like, what is it?
What's the point?
Like, what
does
is
it
this?
do?
Like, what, like, does it just, and then he was like, yeah, I mean, it's just like a little water toy. Like, you like, look, and you like it, you do the thing where it, if
Yeah.
you push into it, it like folds over on itself. It's got this like weird non-Euclidean vibe going on with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept looking at him, and I went, so does it like roll into something, or so? I could have picked all of the toys. There are so many things. There are moon shoes. There are the plethora of McDonald's toys. There's so much weird shit that I could bring in here. But the reason I really wanted to talk about the water snake today is that I think it got away with something because it got to be around and it made its way out of the popular eye before anyone had long enough to be like, why the fuck are you here?
I feel like it's the same thing. It was the fidget spinner before the fidget spinner. I feel like it was something to have that was fun to play with in your hands. It felt good and kind of weird and squishy, and then that was the end of it, and you let it go.
Yeah, fair.
Unless you're a perverted teacher, and then you steal one of your students, and then you try to fuck it
And that
And tell the school board.
yeah.
and tell the school board.
Yeah.
Like, this is a sex toy. I know because I just used it,
Yo,
So it must be.
so it must be a sex toy.
that thing
There we go.
has got game and it does not belong in the hands of our children.
I always associate that toy with the Rainforest Cafe because in their gift shop they always had like a giant like barrel of them.
Oh,
How
ew.
often were you going to the Rainforest Cafe?
We would go like once a year when I was a kid because I always wanted to go. It's my favorite place to eat. And like honestly, if it was still around, I would still go. Like I love old animatronics and all of that stuff, so it would still have the same like effect on me. And then the little rainforest that happens like every like 20 minutes. I love that.
Would you imagine turning over that barrel and just pouring those things like onto yourself? What would be that sensation? Like, would it follow-up question. Not only what would that be like, how similar do you think it would be to upending a bunch of fleshlights onto you in the same manner?
Fleshlights would not feel as nice. The
Okay.
toys, they would be like soft and jiggly and kind of bounce off. It depends on the kind of fleshlight, but like some of those have some hard sides.
Yeah.
Like I
The
don't
more
want
we talk
that.
about it, the more I'm on the side of the teachers now that this definitely is a sex toy because I'm picturing someone just naked in a barrel of these toys and just
Water
really
snakes.
having a good time, you know?
So you think it'd be a good time? You think that this would be something that people would line up and pay money for then to have a dip in the water snake pit?
It
As one
feels
would
like
say.
more of a DIY situation for like some other better thing. Like maybe like a pool filled with those like jelly beads. You know what I mean?
No, just make a pool. Just fill a pool with these. Who needs water? It's all self-contained. No need to even like get new water. It's all contained. Duh.
That's how
hate-
someone dies. I feel like someone crushed by the weight of the water snakes in a giant pool because they ordered 1 million for a fucking YouTube video or something, and they just died.
Or even
They
worse.
jump in and that's
Or even
it.
worse,
That's
even
it.
worse.
They can't get out.
What
They
if
can't get traction because it's too slippery, so they're fucking stuck
they
at the
would keep
bottom.
rolling off of their... No, even worse. What
David
if you...
Dobrik's next video.
Hell yeah.
What if you swallowed
Except he's
one?
not gonna do it. His friends will.
What if one went down your throat and he was just like rolling up and down in your freaking esophagus?
And
That is-
somebody would try to like pump it out of you.
It would
It's
Not
just
going
gonna.
nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know
Not
if you guys
coming
do
out.
that thing where you just kind of. My friends and I are really into horror movies, so sometimes we'll imagine like really weird kills that they could do in horror movies. This is one that's missing. Never been done before in a horror movie.
Final Destination. Nah, we cheated death. You know what death ain't gonna get me with? Water snakes.
I
That's
would
what you
watch
thought.
the next Final Destination movie should be about YouTubers and vloggers and just all of them dying in dumb ways.
I
Oh yeah.
seriously
That
think
would really
that
make
is the
the
play.
reboot better.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that's what's missing from Final Destination, because isn't the whole idea is that they're just kind of shitty people, and then they kind of like, you know, or I don't even know if they're supposed to be shitty people, but like,
Not even really shitty people. It's just like a
Yeah.
random group of people at the beginning of every
they
movie. Like,
just so
okay,
happen
here's
to-
a set friend group. We will determine the relationships later.
and then they
Yeah.
like barely narrowly escape death for some reason or another.
Yeah.
And then death
One of them
comes
has a
them.
premonition,
Yeah,
saves everybody,
yep.
and then somebody's like, well, we cheated death. And it's like, why'd you have to say that? We could have just like not died, and this movie could have just not started if you just hadn't said that.
Yeah. Death is very jealous and is like, no one's gonna cheat on me.
No, no
And
sir.
then she
Like,
just
no,
goes
no,
and starts
it's your
slaying everybody.
Affair.
That said, time's up, girl. It's up.
Death be upset. You have an affair with life. So I think what these movies are missing and what the reboot's gonna need, if anybody gives a shit about it, they gotta make the pro tags way less likable, so people aren't so like don't have hangups.
So you're almost rooting for death.
Well, yeah, because I feel like what kind of like sent me away as a kid is like there's just like these really outrageous like crazy deaths for these just random ass people. Like it's too relatable. It's terrifying.
Mhm.
But what you do is you make the main characters, you make them YouTubers, you make them vloggers, your Pauls, your Dobricks, your whatever you want to call it. Like, dude, make it like that. Oh god, what's one of the squads? You don't even need to give a specific name, just one of the YouTubers.
Vlog squad or whatever.
I want to see the Ace family in this movie. I could watch that. That would be real entertaining for me.
Good example, but also some of them are children.
Okay, the adults.
The adults.
Ace adult family.
The Ace adult family. Ace family after hours.
There you go.
You do not watch that.
I don't want to. Yeah, no, I don't want that.
The great name. Hope it doesn't exist.
They seem like bad people.
They are bad people. Okay.
But hey,
they
that's what we
seem
can
like
do.
bad
Just every time one of them gets canceled, another movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would never run out of movies.
You're right. We wouldn't. Okay, I guess I shouldn't just say that they're bad people without knowing them personally, but there is a lot of evidence that they are allegedly god-awful human beings.
You can say people are bad people without ever meeting them. I know for a fact that there are plenty of bad people I've never met, and I'm willing to just say, fuck that person.
You know what?
And also, like, hey, if you put yourself on the internet like that, it's 2021. You better be ready to be judged, because that's the internet.
Just be like slightly more considerate, at least just of like the way you present yourself. Anyway, it's not lecture time. What it is time for is me finishing my thought on this for once. So you get a vlogger, you get the Ace family, sure, good example. And then I think like the deaths are wild, but I think they're missing the mark by just still making them like they're just gory. I think they need to be more weird. Like per se, drowning in a pool of water snakes. Or say, I don't know, chewing a piece of gum, and then whenever you blow a bubble, it like pops and causes a gas explosion or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get that. I feel like
right?
the current state of deaths in Final Destination is too set in reality. You're 100% right with that. If death is coming for you, he's gonna kill you in the fucking whatever way he can. He's not gonna make a ladder fall. He's not gonna make you like fucking your plane crash or whatever.
No,
he's gonna make you die in a pit of water snakes.
No, because like I feel like that's
embarrassing.
Like, you cheated death. You're cheating on death. I think death would want to humiliate you.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, you cuck death. Death is coming back for revenge. You know what I'm saying?
Back for the empty
We'll
cuck.
say there might be only one that really feels like an embarrassing death in those movies, and it's the pool butt drain incident where they literally just like suck the guy's intestines out through his butt in the pool drain.
That was a good one.
And that guy was kind of an asshole in the movie, so I was like,
you know what he doesn't have anymore though?
Yeah.
Booty, pussy.
No, an asshole, but yeah. Yeah, I guess you could call it that too. Anyway, what was I saying? See, the one that I think was probably the most preventable though, that like kind of upsets me because of how awful it is. It's that acupuncture one. Like the dude just like falls over on his face while he's got a bunch of needles in his body. Like, I guess I don't really remember how exactly it happened, but like, what a way to like. All you had to do was sit still, bro.
I did not expect you guys to be so well versed in the Final Destination film franchise, but I enjoy it. I feel like the only one I remember is the guy was going down an fire escape, and then the ladder fell down and like stabbed them in the eye or something. I think that's what I remember.
I think that's
one.
Yeah, that's in one of them. And then
Mhm.
I just remember the one with the pool, like all of those deaths really vividly. Because there was also that's the one that has the car and the ladies in the car wash, and she can't get like her sunroof rolled up for some reason.
Oh yeah.
It makes no sense, but it's
I
also like that one. I'm like, girl, get out of the car. Like, try
huh.
any of the doors, maybe the trunk. Like,
Yeah.
the car wash ain't gonna kill you, but drowning sure will.
I also still don't think it would have killed her anyway, just at all. Like if you
Well,
go
I
through
don't
the
think she does die. I think she ends up like living because she like
Oh, okay.
was up there. But it was gonna like
Mhm.
anyway.
Scooch.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I watched Final Destination though, but I did watch whenever I watched them, I watched like all of them consecutively.
That's crazy, and I love it.
I was like, well, I mean, if I'm gonna go hard on a film
Mhm.
franchise, I'm gonna do it. Like with
That's how I am
Saw,
with like Jason and shit.
yeah, that's how I was with Saw. My mom recorded the first one for me. Like this was like years after it came out, and she was like, "I recorded it on the DVR. I'm going somewhere. You should watch that tonight. It's a scary movie. You'll like it." And I was like, "Okay." And then I watched it, and I was like, "My life has changed forever. I must watch all of them." And by that point, there were already like 6 of them out.
Oh
So like,
wow.
Wow.
I bought a
Yeah.
box set, and I sat there and was like, "Time. It's time."
That's
It is
awesome. The first
time.
one is wonderful.
Well,
It's
it's terrifying to your peers, though. Does
yeah.
not help you make friends for sure.
Oh, no, I understand that. As an avid horror movie watcher, I understand that my horror movie tastes do not appeal to everyone.
Oh yeah, mine doesn't appeal to Mason at all.
See, yeah, I was the kid, like, I was mortified by that shit because, like, I just, on nights I would watch horror shit, I just couldn't sleep. Um, but, I mean, I guess that's supposed to be what you do, but, I was still morbidly, like, too morbidly curious by these things because people would talk about them. I'm like, but I want to, like, know what happened, even though, like, I don't want to see it. Like, I want to know. So, Final Destination, Saw, and a few other there's quite a few horror series that I like have read up on because I just wanted to know. And like I've seen a few clips. Obviously, there's only so much you can see online for some of that because some of it's pretty gory. But yeah, I live in a constant state of suffering because my friend loves horror films and constantly wants to show them to me. But hey, I
Hey.
I enjoy it now. It's this weird thing that like I guess some people start to learn this more like earlier on, depending on who you are. I guess
Mhm.
at some point you learn that you can like there is some fun out of scaring
Okay.
yourself. I guess
Yeah.
because, like, as a kid,
Adrenaline.
I just generally I would talk to someone about a scary movie and I would go, literally, why would you do that? It's just a bad
Mhm.
experience and then you have nightmares. Like, why do you do that? But
Yeah.
the more I've gotten into it, the more I've started to learn, like, oh, okay, I mean, like, it's like common, like it's like there's a lot of archetypes and tropes that you see
Mhm.
and like it's fun to like see those beats play out. It's kind
Yeah.
of like almost the more you get into it, like a horror movie expert is almost not scared of any movie they go into because they already know the beats of how it goes. And I feel like there
True.
is almost that satisfaction of like watching the movie play out and going like, "Yep, I knew he was gonna die next." Like, "Ooh, yep, she was saying some shit she shouldn't have."
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I
that's
still get jumpy sometimes, but yeah.
It's
I mean,
fun.
it's like an adrenaline thing for me, just
Yeah.
because
It's like
like
sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just saying, being a nervous person, like I don't like adrenaline usually. I don't like taking a lot of risks, but like that, like scary stuff is like something that I'm like, oh yeah, like 'cause haunted houses, ooh yes,
well,
sign
yeah,
me up.
because I mean, on
Mhm.
top of it too, like thinking about it, like once you know like how things play out, usually like it's not an unknown. Like I feel like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're less scared going into it because like you recognize like these beats and they don't really catch you off guard as much. And I mean, thinking about it, like it's easier to separate it from your own reality when you're able, like it plays, it has its way that
See
it
that?
plays out all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, well, yeah, in that way, it's kind of like riding a roller coaster, right? Like
Yeah.
you can see before you get on, and then but it's still scary and fun sometimes. Um, but I feel like for me, I like horror movies so much because there is the world can be scary in ways that I feel like media doesn't always accurately portray.
Fair.
And I feel like horror films tap into that's like fear that we have of certain things, you know? Like
Mm.
right now, we have uh fuck, what was that movie called? Get Out, which is like a social
Oh yeah.
commentary and talks about the fear that like black people experience all the time having to just be in a white world. And I feel like that's why I love horror movies. I feel like they are able to comment in a way that other genres can't.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it's that like expectation of it being mature content, and like you're going into it with
Mhm.
the mind of like it's really like we're leaving shit at the door here. Like this is like you should expect to be grossed out. You should expect to be scared. You should expect to be upset, humiliated. But all in all, you should expect to be moved by what you're seeing. Because I mean, like I feel like it's a media, like you said, it's a medium that works really well for it because of the fact that it's so we are tapping into this feeling that we all have, every single person. It's fear. Everybody can
Yeah.
understand fear, and everybody can understand uncomfortableness.
It's also a way to share that experience, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get personal again, but like I grew up sort of like in an abusive home, and one of the movies that really resonated with me early on was The Shining. Like
Mm.
that was a way for me to kind of convey my experience to people that didn't necessarily grow up in that same dynamic. They could still feel that fear, and there's something that like connects you with other people through that shared experience.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
You
For
know?
sure,
I
for
always
sure.
enjoy a horror movie that it shows like that darker side to like the religious stuff in our culture
Hmm.
and stuff like that. Just because I grew up religious, I've seen that
Mm-hmm.
it's not all, but it's also like there's a
Yep.
lot of fear there. And I think that like when they bring that into a horror movie, it like really ups the ante in fear and
Yeah,
everything like that.
Yeah.
for sure. Oh man,
And it's
I could
also like
talk
one of
about
those
that.
things that like speaks to you if you grew up in that.
Uh-huh.
Just because you're like, there's so much stuff that people don't talk about.
Yeah. It's funny because I know a lot of people who grew up in religious like households that hate ghost horror movies, or they're like really scared of The Conjuring and stuff like that because it's like it's too real.
Yeah, no, because it's like if you really do believe this stuff that your
Hmm.
religion says, ghosts are real. Like there's a
Yeah.
reason exorcisms happen in the Bible or whatever. Otherwise, so like
What are they doing?
technically like so yeah, that would be like acknowledging that fear
Yeah.
and that's a lot.
For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. You know, you
Because
still
then it's
haven't made me
like,
watch that movie yet.
oh, it's so good. But it's a lot. It's a
Which
lot.
movie?
The Conjuring.
Conjuring.
Oh, Conjuring. Okay.
I really like Conjuring 2 as well. It's just the actors that
Hmm.
play Ed and Lorraine, shoot, I don't remember their last name, but they're real people that were paranormal investigators that were also very religious people as
Mm.
well.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting too, because like looking up historically, I like their movie representation better.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Historically, I'm like, probably would not have liked you, but because you're played by two gorgeous people in this lovely movie,
That's how we do it. Make
yeah,
them
that
attractive.
they're
Mhm.
very interesting.
Oh god. Wait, what was I just about to say? See, here's the thing. Do you think you are closer to showing me that movie or making me finish Tusk?
We have a podcast, so I think we should finish Tusk because come on, just watch it. It's not even scary. It's just like
It's
weird.
it's very silly. It's a silly
Okay,
movie.
like
It's silly, but it's also like
Yeah. It's gross.
I would watch it. I would watch it now, and like I probably wouldn't even react so viscerally to it as I did the first time. It's just the first time we watched it, I was, and you know this, severely inebriated and also like mid quarantine and also just starting that damn podcast. So I was feeling all sorts of ways about how that was playing out. It's just as soon as like the brain, like he fucked with the dude's brain, I was like, nah, no, no, you
Oh
cannot do
man.
that. I oh that was like it's like 10 20 minutes into the damn movie. It's like at the start of it.
I 100% understand why she makes you watch horror movies because this is a very good reaction. This is the reaction I want from people when I show them horror movies.
Yeah, like I don't want to show it to somebody and then be like, whenever. Like, you
Yeah.
know,
I got a stake in the
Yeah.
game, I guess.
I want them to
don't
be
know.
deeply moved,
Uh-huh.
whether
Have
that
you
be
watched
upset
have
or
you watched
otherwise.
Human Centipede 2?
No.
Human Centipede 1, I think, was a fine movie. Like, it wasn't as gross as everyone made it out to be. I feel like it was whatever. I've seen grosser
I
things.
feel like it's
right?
worse in concept than it is in.
Yeah, it's just the concept itself that's bad.
Yeah, but Human Centipede 2 is so much more fucked up. I could not watch it. I had to stop it. And then my brother loves the movie. He's more fucked up than I am. And we were sitting at all together with the family at Thanksgiving, and we're like, "Oh, someone put on a movie." And he's like, "Okay, I got it." And the movie he decided to put on that Thanksgiving was Human Centipede 2. So it was just playing on the background, and it was like it got at least a half hour into it before anybody noticed it was even playing on the TV.
That's a.
And then they were like, who did
Yeah.
this?
100%.
And
I was
then
like, "Why'd you do this?"
And then it's like 30 minutes in and it's too late, and I'm sure some fucked up shit's already going on while you're trying to
Uh-huh.
eat.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
My grandma was sitting on the couch. Poor grandma. She doesn't speak any English. So she's just sitting on the couch watching the movie by herself. No one else is in there. Everyone else is in the kitchen.
And it was in English, and I bet you it didn't have captions, right? So she
Nope.
had like no idea what was going on. Could you imagine sitting
I'm
down?
just thinking how I would manage to explain that in another language.
I don't know. We didn't even try. We were just like, okay, sorry,
Just
grandma.
bring you away from this. No more of this. Jima, there are things in this world that are not meant for you, and this is one of them. Could you imagine just at a random gathering where you're just with your friends or your family or something, and someone puts on a foreign film in the background, no subtitles, no nothing, it's just playing, and then you're just watching it, and all of a sudden, 40 minutes in, somebody's getting their butthole sewn.
Yep.
To like, what would you
Kind
do?
of like how foreign films go sometimes. You're just like,
That is
what
true.
am I watching?
I don't know.
And then something happens and you're like, I did not see that part coming.
I don't know.
You know, I mean, to keep it as generic
Maybe it's the
as possible.
subtitles, but I don't know what shit you be watching, Aubrey, because I haven't watched a single film from another country that has involved butthole sewing.
I mean, me
Fine.
neither. But I
mean,
did watch a
could be,
lot
I
of
think it's from another country, right?
Japanese horror movies with my mom when I was a kid.
Is it from another country?
I don't know. Google
Look
it.
up. You know what I do. I do that on the show plenty.
You know what? Bing it. How about that?
Fuck
Why
it.
don't you go ahead and
We're
Bing
actually gonna go to Bing.
No!
it.
In fact, I'm gonna
Absolutely
look
not.
up Bing on Google.
On Google.
Fuck.
First, Google Bing. The first thing anybody does when they go to Bing is Google Bing.
Yep,
Then
yep,
go to
yep,
Bing.
yep. All right, Microsoft
man.
Bing. Oh, this is a bad idea. First time I have ever actually been kind of worried to put a search into the function.
Human Centipede 2? Oh,
Full
yeah. Don't
sequence.
All right.
The premise of Human Centipede 2 is that he's a fan of the Human Centipede movie, and in the universe, it's a movie also. And he goes out and he's like, I'm gonna go try to do this myself.
That's meta.
That's
It's really weird.
I don't like the context of that because like it's not in what world is that in? Is it like immunity?
I think they just said we need to make a movie about this before somebody does it because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So one of
yeah.
these weirdos out there gonna do it, and we just can't afford that lawsuit right now. So let's just take the hit and make a second movie.
I think Human Centipede 3 is about like I don't remember what that one's about as much, but I think they are in a prison and they're trying to create the longest human centipede. So it's like 30 people long or something like that.
So they're not experimenting.
odd.
They're trying to get Guinness up in this bitch, huh?
Yeah,
There's
they invited
somebody
Guinness.
there watching. They're just
Someone in
like
the yellow fucking suit that they have to wear and with the little clipboard.
it says world record attempt official.
I'm just gonna forget that I read that it said that he fetishized the situation.
Oh,
I'm just
absolutely.
trying to
It's
figure
gotta be a
out where it
weird
came
sex
from.
thing.
Come on. I'm just trying to figure out where this came from, please.
It involves butts. It's gotta be a sex thing.
It's butts to mouth. It's Dutch. It's a Dutch body horror movie.
Dutch, okay.
Mhm.
Dutch, okay. Huh.
Human Centipede is Dutch.
We
I
learned
did not
something,
know
guys.
this.
Well, me and Aubrey learned something.
And the
I don't know
movie's
if
in
you knew that.
English?
Yeah, I think so. It says it's in English. Yeah, I watched it in English. They spoke
It's
English,
only
from
the
what I
weird American
remember.
people are gonna like this.
Oh,
Nobody from our lovely country would watch it.
yeah, I guess that's how it works. Hey, you shouldn't generalize. There are fucking weirdos everywhere.
Oh yeah,
100%.
absolutely. But,
Hundo
you know.
percento, and they tend to find each other, huh?
Well, we have the internet, you know.
I just poured my tea directly onto my desk instead of in the mug. Whoopsie. So, I was gonna see what the inside of what that water snake looked like, but I think the moment's passed at this point.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we take that away
It's
from you?
just
Do you want to go
it's
back?
just gel. You don't need that.
You know what? Yeah, that probably. No, it's not that the moment's passed. That's just like the next thing I had planned. But I just don't know. I don't think we give a shit about this water snake anymore.
It's
you know?
just colored liquid.
I mean, if you want us to care, we can care. Like, I can put on my care cap and just care away.
You
if
know
you
what?
want,
I don't
bud.
own one of those.
So
that
bullshit
like?
with me here for 3 seconds while I think of something more interesting, and let's see what the hell's inside of this. Ooh,
It's
Wow.
Disney's Frozen one.
This is some Dr.
Wow, it
Pepper
is
Popper
liquid.
shit.
I would want to drink it. Like, I'm watching that bowl. I'm watching her pour into the bowl, and I want to drink it right
And
now.
that's why I don't think we should ever cut these open, is because
No.
you're gonna drink it.
You know
Yeah,
what's even
100%.
worse? Do you think you'd feel the same way if someone did that to a Tide Pod? Ooh, bring up the old
No,
Tide Pod
it's
discussion.
too goopy. This looks good. This looks like a frozen pop that melted or something like
Is
that.
this
Yeah.
the Forbidden Capri Sun? It's got the little toys in it, yeah. Like little... Oh, it's like a
I'd eat
frozen
those
one.
too. See
Oh
what those taste
god,
like.
there's glitter
Or
in
like
it,
little
though.
marshmallows.
You gonna
Mhm.
eat the glitter?
I mean,
Maybe.
yeah.
Why not?
mean, eat glitter once, have sparkly shits for the rest of your life. I think it's a
Pretty
play.
dope.
I mean, it'll never go away. That's how glitter works.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can never defecate on someone's porch, though. They'll know it was you.
Little did we know, glitter actually started as one singular speck, but it just multiplied from there. Yeah.
Is that from fakefacts.com?
It's from my brain, which should
Fake,
also be
totally
named
real
fakefacts.com. Yes.
Yep.
So yes.
Alrighty.
Yeah, but which brand has the healthiest chicken sandwich?
This is
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
But who cares?
I'm gonna
It's
go
fried
with
chicken.
Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Did you?
I
you
think
didn't see, did
my
you?
bet is Chick-fil-A has the healthiest chicken sandwich because they have grilled chicken.
They do, and also they use peanut oil, which is probably healthier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And also, you get a little bit of Jesus in there too.
And
You know?
Jesus
Those
makes
homophobes.
everything healthier. Mm-hmm.
God, you're a little bit more homophobic after eating Chick-fil-A, but
Have you ever been to a church potluck and ever seen anything healthy there?
I don't think I've ever been to a church potluck.
You're
Good.
missing. That's the one thing you're missing.
You are
out.
not missing any great food, let me tell you what.
There is some good food, but it's
At
only
least if
when
it's
they,
white people.
It's when they do the chili competitions that the food gets good. Okay, I had a few of those,
Oh,
and it was worth going for that, at least.
I'm sleeping on this chili thing. Should I just visit a random
Specifically,
church?
Christian chili.
No, yeah. Bet hit up any church. They got.
Is it blessed?
Just be like, y'all got chili?
beforehand? Yeah, I'm gonna go church to church. Like, you got chili? What's going on in
you
there?
guys?
I
when
mean, the
you-
Catholics might bless it, but I don't know about anybody else.
No,
Okay.
so actually how it works, since I've been to a couple of these, the people make the chili. Like, everybody makes their own chili, and everyone's trying to make the best chili, like every normal chili competition. And then you bring it in, and the winner of said chili competition, places 1 through 3, are the chilies that get blessed then after by the priest or the pastor or whoever. And then everybody takes part, breaks bread, as they say, into the chili and sacrifice the owner.
That's smart.
To fulfill the blessing.
That makes sense, because then you don't have any demons in your church. You don't have any vampires.
Oh yeah.
Like if you start blessing shit, you keep yourself safe.
Only chili that will never mess with your bowels. I'll tell you that.
I once participated in a church chili cook-off.
It is actually kind of a shame.
How did you do in it?
Oh yeah.
Well,
sorry.
I was in a different category because they had like chili, they had like desserts, and then they had like soups, like a variety of soups. And I think I made like alphabet soup or something. And I called it Webkinz alphabet soup because I had a lot of Webkinz. I was a young child, so
Okay.
just rolled up with a crock pot alphabet soup and said, I made this from scratch. Absolutely.
Love it.
Just
Best
put some
chili
stuffed
here.
animals everywhere.
Best chili here. Aubrey, was
Yeah.
your chili blessed?
It wasn't, but my dad's chili was blessed.
So he won
Oh.
that. You won that. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
he did.
He did win? That's awesome.
I think so.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but I want to say so.
What do you get for winning a church cook-off?
blessed
Oh,
chili.
ribbon.
Oh,
And
that's
then
pretty good.
They did make a cookbook, like, with everybody's recipes in it.
And
that was
everyone
kinda
got
nice.
paid.
And everyone
for
consented
having the
to
recipe
that,
in it.
right? No.
No, we just all
Okay.
got a free copy of the cookbook.
So everyone got
okay.
to steal each other's recipes then. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like the person who really wins the most at a chili cook-off is the shittiest chili maker then. Because they get to learn everybody else's secrets.
That's very true. Also,
The
they
true
get to
winner.
eat good chili.
Yeah, they get to eat everyone else's chili, which is way better than their chili.
And they know there's a shit, so everyone else has to eat their chili.
The person with the worst chili at the event always knows they're the person with the worst chili at the event. Let's be honest.
Fuck yeah, they do.
Oh my god, they're still gonna give you a cup.
They're still gonna try. They're gonna try.
I'm gonna roll up with just canned chili, just in a crock pot like you did. I'm inspired, and have everyone
But
else
leave
try
it
my
in the
chili.
can and let the can warm on the crock pot.
No,
I'm
yeah,
gonna-
no.
yeah,
I was gonna
yeah.
say just put a bunch of uncanned cans just in there, just in the crock pot, and heat
Yep.
that up. The metal works
Give
into
somebody
it pretty
a hot
well.
can.
It doesn't matter. Like even if there's some unedibles in there, when the blessing happens, say you win, like it'll be fine. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It melts. It takes the metal out for you. I don't know.
So what's the end result of the chicken?
Oh yeah. Would you
Wars.
I mean, Chick-fil-A's is the healthiest, but I mean, there's
Fuck
probably
yeah, I was right.
Yeah, you were right. But hey, they were.
I don't know why I'm
also-
cheering for homophobic chicken, but you know
Yeah,
what?
I mean, screw Chick-fil-A, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, their chicken does taste good.
Well, I mean, I think that's kind of the reason. Like, they don't put anything in their chicken. I mean, they didn't have to make a new sandwich for this. They just kind of had a sandwich, and then everyone else is like, "Hey, we'd prefer for the owner of like America's chicken sandwich to not be the homophobic one." So everyone else is trying to get in on it now. Thank you, Popeyes, for starting that trend.
Yeah.
But
Which
you know.
Popeyes is, they are some
It's good?
top tier.
oh yeah,
Oh, it's
Popeyes
it's
is
a top tier chicken sandwich, but I love Popeyes chicken.
Oh yeah, if you have not had Popeyes, like it is actually straight up like kind of a decent representation of like Cajun seasoning and how good it is.
Huh.
It is the best,
to know.
the most flavorful, best tasting fast food I have ever had. We are sponsored by Popeyes, please.
The only
Please.
restaurant you're guaranteed to see a fist fight in. Popeyes.
Send me mashed
Louisiana.
potatoes.
Fast.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. Yeah, that's how it goes.
I heard that if you go to like New Orleans and you get Popeyes, it's better than if you got it anywhere else.
Oh, I'm not
Probably.
surprised. I mean, you know, you working with the same.
But if you're in
salts and
if you're in New
spices,
Orleans and buying Popeyes,
you are making a mistake.
you
because
done messed up. Like
Fair
there
enough.
is so much else.
It's like doing
enough.
what my family did when we went to New York for a week, and the first place we ate at was Guy Fieri's restaurant right off of Times Square.
Oh no!
Yeah, that
Oh
was-
no!
I
That's
was-
a nightmare.
I was so incredibly pissed the entire time.
That's an actual nightmare.
No,
I
it was.
I've worked in Times Square for like 6, 7 years now, and like I passed that restaurant. And every time I passed it, I felt bad for every person in there.
You should feel bad for the customers too, yes, because like if that is not like his kind of food is not the kind of food you're eating every day, it's about to be your last meal. Let's be honest. And like God, I like to go to this big city, especially like where I'm from, like God, especially at this time, like I hadn't even gone to college yet. This was such like a lucky trip. Like I've had like the one good Thai place at my hometown. Like that's it,
Mhm.
really. That's all I've had for good food. And the first place that we decide to go eat is Guy Fieri's. I won't even give his full
God.
restaurant name because we're not doing it service, and I don't hate Guy Fieri, but
He's a good dude.
your
Oh yeah, I was gonna
restaurant,
say, even though we hate on him, he's actually an actual good dude.
He's a good dude.
he's
I
a
like
chill
Guy
guy.
Fieri. His restaurant was trash, but he's a good dude.
He's got good vibes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, it's just maybe pick maybe like a little bit less flavor in some of the options, and by flavor I mean price.
Oh, you did not enjoy your trip to Flavortown?
I
Is that what you're saying?
enjoyed. Okay, listen. It's not that. Like I enjoyed the trip to Flavortown. It's just that like I would have preferred to take like, say like a nicer sedan with a good gas mileage instead of a Hummer, if you know what I mean.
Okay,
And
got
the
it.
car being the food in my esophagus going into my gut.
Got it.
Like take me whatever. Like take me to Flavortown any day. Just
Mhm.
let's be good to the environment, please.
We'll say, most fun and important Guy Fieri fact is he has married over 101 same-sex couples because he's like an
Oh,
ordained minister, and
that's
like
awesome.
Yeah.
that would be amazing to have Guy Fieri wed you, or Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
I
Sorry, I always want
want
to say Fieri.
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 If the person who marries you does not have frosted tips, it is not an official marriage. That is to be said.
I say that all the time. I actually scream it at strangers' weddings all the time.
Really?
I'm like, get a new guy. And I offer free frosted tips too. I'll do it.
I have a
don't-
bleaching cap in my bag.
you
100%.
don't get
Come in my van.
You aren't invited to a lot of venues, are you?
No, I'm actually kicked out of a lot.
For some reason, I'm kind of on the shit list. I don't know. They like even ones I don't go to. They know me.
I roll up in my van and I offer to frost some tips, and people just don't want it.
This is the thanks I get. Ugh.
I thought the 90s were coming back into style, but
I'm gonna make it happen.
That better be the last thing that comes back into style. Oh my fucking god. I'll die. I will die before frosted tips are the main squeeze again. I'm not getting them.
I think you could pull them off.
I enjoy frosted tips. I'm just gonna say
Tell me
it.
that. Don't tell me that.
There you go.
Don't put that in my
Me and my van can come your way, man. You already know a guy. I'll frost those tips, baby.
This is not the kind of collaboration I was looking for. I have a
Next time
hairstylist.
when we dye Mason's tips. Just a tip.
Episode 1, talking about our lives. Episode 2, talking about our dyes.
Nice.
Here we go.
Yikes.
Nice.
Yikes. So let me actually check to see how long we've been recording for. Because at this
Going a
point, it
minute.
could be 3 minutes, it could be 5 hours. Who knows?
Well, I'm glad you're having such a good time.
Yeah, this has been awesome. I mean, too much to talk about, so always a good time. Always a good sign. So we are actually right about at the 1 hour and 9 minute mark.
How are you feeling?
We like to leave a light on for about until the hour mark. If there's something else you'd like to chat about beforehand, I'm totally good to stick around a bit longer. I would also like to give you a chance to pimp your shit as well, which
Hell yeah.
I'll give you your space to do that. But before we do that, is there, I guess, like, should we try to reach a logical conclusion? Like, is there, Aubrey, did you have something to talk about for once?
No, I'm good. I think we're at a fine closing point. My thing would be too much to discuss at the moment. And it's a good one that I can just file away as like a backup.
For later.
It's a good idea. It's a
Yeah.
good idea. I need to
Good.
do that for once. Well, anyway, I guess it's been a good episode. Let's wrap her up then. Let's give
Okay.
editing me like one less headache this weekend, huh?
Fair enough.
So hey, we're running a little bit long. I guess it's just been too good having you. But
I'm
hey,
glad.
before we get out of here, Mark, is there? I want to give you your space. You want to like pimp some of your stuff, like talk about what you're up to.
Some stuff.
I'm ready for this.
Okay. So, as you guys mentioned earlier, I have a podcast called Now Try This. You can follow us at Now Try This Cast on social media platforms everywhere. You can also find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Now Try This Podcast. We also have a Twitch channel if you want to watch us live. We have a lot of fun playing games with the chat during our podcasts. So you can check us out on Twitch as well. And we never really plug it, but we post all of our videos to YouTube, all of our streams to YouTube once they've been out for like a week or something like that. They'll be on YouTube later.
Okay.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. Ooh,
Also, one more thing, sorry.
No, go
Leave
for
a review, guys. If you go check out my channel, please leave a 5-star review. We have this thing where if you leave a 5-star review on iTunes, we'll read it no matter what it says. So if it could be the most offensive thing you've ever said, it could be incredibly rude. You can curse us out. You can say whatever the hell you want. But as long as you leave 5 stars.
That is such a good idea. I am so mad I didn't come up with that myself. Holy shit. Go do that. Please leave a review. Now that I know that, I need to leave mine. I haven't been putting it off. I wanted to like get to know, like meet you some more and like actually like get this underway. So I know what I'm saying, you know, like I don't want to just leave I don't want to leave an empty message. Like I want to leave a message that like a real good son of a bitch. Well, all right. Hey, that was a really good, like, that is the most official plug. I mean, like, we had we had Thomas on last time, and he, like, he had his own shit going on, but, like, wow. Yeah. Thank you. That
Good
was,
plug.
make us sound
I
so
appreciate
official.
that. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
By the way. This was a great time.
This
I had
was
fun.
great.
awesome. I'm really, really glad that I started trolling around Reddit to look for guests, because, like, you guys do some cool shit over there. Seriously.
I appreciate it.
I hope you do eventually come around to the idea of having guests on, because we would also love to review and talk about something with you. In fact, I think Aubrey is literally dying for the chance to do something like that.
That's the thing I bring to this podcast. Is I'm like, we have to talk about a movie or
And I'm
TV
like,
or like
Aubrey,
media.
Aubrey,
Yeah.
expecting people watching the same shit as us? We're weird. Come on.
Hey,
But see, that's
honestly,
what I want to tell them. Then they can
Exactly.
go watch it. You know, they
I
might
agree.
not know the magnificence that is the reality TV sensation flavor of love.
hell yeah.
And if they don't know, they need to know.
I do the same thing all the time. I gave my roommate Perfect Blue. Who the fuck knows what that movie? Anime movie that came out in the 90s? Fucking no one cares.
We actually
That was
do
like
gotta
2
watch
weeks
that
ago we
movie.
did that.
Love that.
I saw you posted that episode, and I'm like, why have I not shown that to Aubrey? Because I know about it, and I haven't seen it. And she hasn't seen it, and she's obsessed with both. Well, I mean, we're both obsessed with anime, but like anime, and it's horror, and it's a female
It's good.
protagonist.
Hell yeah.
What are we doing?
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. But anyway, for now, we are going to go find our own Perfect Blue. And maybe next time we will know what we're talking about. It's been great having you, Mark.
Thanks so much.
Hopefully we can do it again sometime.
See ya.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Have a good one.